Hello there, this is Clare Luffman, Business Mentor, and I'm going to give you an objective way to evaluate the best in-home business for you. So you want to be a work-at-home business mom, and I don't blame you. Have the best of both worlds. Truly have your cake and eat it too, even though people say you can't. I'm a firm believer that you can. But oh my goodness, there's so many choices, right? Jewelry or purses or cookware. I mean, there's 80 plus network marketing, direct sales companies, and how do you choose the right one? Because that's really the differentiating factor. I see way too many people working way too hard. Their expenses are way too high. Their income is way too little. So it goes beyond just the fact that, oh, this is fun, or, oh, I love purses, right? We really need to make a business decision here. So I want to give you some hardcore questions to ask that business representative, because your desire to work from home, whether it's because you want to be there for your family, right? For me, I love being here, drop my child off at school. I love being here when his bus comes home. I love being able to be done with work for the evening. I love that. I love having my own business. Love that, need that, feel like that's truly my desire and my purpose in life, but also want to be that active wife and mom. So, you know, whatever that reason might be for you. Or maybe it's just, again, that desire. You just sort of have this entrepreneurial spirit. It's been burning deep in your belly, right? And I'm a firm believer that you would not have been given that desire without the ability 100% to make it happen, to make it a done deal. Even if it seems unrealistic right now, just get that out of your mind. You wouldn't have the desire without the ability to make it happen. Or maybe it's just to bring in money. Maybe some of it's more desperate, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I need to bring in money. We don't have enough money to pay the bills. You're just coming from that point of need. And others, it's that maybe your spouse provides plenty for the family, but you want to be able to provide something for the family. Or maybe you have a purpose for that money, whether it is for the vacation, the family vacations, or it's to save for college or retirement. Whatever your why is, I'm a firm believer that you can find the right business that can meet that need and meet that why. So you can absolutely do it firmly, even if you have tried this before. All right, maybe you've tried a network marketing company before. That's okay. Please don't let that past dictate what your future is going to look like, because I'm a firm believer that there's no reason within a short period of time when you find that right business that you shouldn't be at the top of that business, that you shouldn't be just making even chump change. I mean, maybe you do just want to make $300 a month, $500 a month. That's phenomenal. But if you have a deep desire that you're wanting to bring in $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $40,000 a month, and that you see this future that you can create, this legacy that you can leave your children, how you can give like you've never given before. Whatever it is what you want to do, you can do it. It's just about finding the right company, and this is harder than it seems. Right? It's easier said than done. It's not just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or, oh my gosh, it's so fun. I love playing with makeup. It's got to go beyond that, or else it's just fun and a hobby and not truly a business. So here's 5 key criteria as you're deciding what business opportunity is right for you. And especially through me, I hope you have the opportunity to learn about lots of different businesses so you can evaluate which one is best for you. But it would be, what's the initial startup investment and cost? What are the ongoing expenses? What are the type of products and how do you sell them? The compensation plan and your mentor. These are all important things to get to the bottom of, to get answers about, and to really evaluate. So first of all, there's startup costs. And a couple of things here. One's just to become a business owner, right? How much is that? Is it $100? Is it $30? Is it $1,000? So find that out. But also ask deeper questions, because many times it might be, let's just say $100 to start the business, but then you might be expected to come in with whatever it's called, let's just say a starter package. And sometimes those can be pretty expensive. And in some businesses, your future income potential is actually based on this decision. Like if you didn't come in with the Mac Daddy of packages, your income potential might be like almost cut in half for some, right? So you really want to know that. Or is there inventory? This is a bit more with the direct sales model than the network marketing. You know, direct sales by definition, you're directly selling to that individual. So you buy the products from the company and then you go ahead and turn that around and sell that. So that could be a pretty expensive cost, inventory, you know, $2,000, $3,000 to fully stock your business. So find out all about the startup costs, right? Make sure there's no hidden costs, because sometimes there are hidden costs. Then what are the ongoing expenses? So after you're in now as a new business owner, one expense could be a website. For some companies, because you paid to become a business owner, you have your website for life. For some, it's yearly. You pay for the website. For some, it's every single month. So find out about that. Also ask if there's a required monthly order. This sneaks up on people. Many companies, most companies, there's a required monthly order that you are expected to make in order to even receive commission, but not all of them. So find that out. Also, what's the reality? Like, are there new products that come out frequently where you're needing to get more samples or demo pieces? So even if you're not doing inventory, for example, is there a new jewelry line every season that then you would be expected to buy samples so that you obviously had things to show your folks, right? There's nothing wrong with this. It's just a matter of finding out at the beginning what these ongoing expenses might be. And is there a monthly quota? Monthly quotas can get pretty expensive. If you've been in network marketing or direct sales before and you had a team, many companies have what's called a monthly quota. So let's say you're at a certain position, let's just say you're a director, and that in order for you to be commission qualified, your entire team would need to hit a certain amount. Let's say it's $3,000 in production. Well, if you were honestly to talk to a lot of leaders and a lot of companies that are set up that way with monthly quotas, many times they are paying in, meaning that let's just say it's $3,000 and their team at the end of the month, between their team and themselves, let's say hit $2,500, and they're like, oh, I'm $500 short, but in order for me to get my $1,500 commission, I need to get to that level, so let me just put an extra $500 in, right? It wouldn't be the end of the world for me to have more products or inventory. That's a trap that many can fall into, and it gets very expensive. If we were to honestly then look at their income compared to their expenses and what they're legitimately profiting, so find that out. Is there monthly quotas at the business owner level, and or especially where you see it is when you're moving up into leadership. So selling the products. I mean, it is important that you love the product. So it would be really hard to sell purses if you don't love purses, if you're not like that accessory person. It's really hard to sell skincare or makeup if you don't use it. And I'm sure you would hear some folks maybe in that company saying, well, you don't need to use it. But any company, I'm a firm believer, you need to be a product of the product. If you don't absolutely love and believe in that product that you're selling, it's really difficult to be successful. And also with the product, is it meeting an unmet need? Or can they go anywhere to get these products? Is it, in their mind, is it just as easy for them to go to the drugstore or Kohl's shopping department store? Or is it a product that they feel like they can only get through you? Because you want it to be beyond where it's just, you know, let's say friends and family where they're like, well, if I'm going to get this anyway, I might as well get it through you, right? I mean, you're going to have some of that, but you're wanting to really build a business, right? In a business, you're going to have customers and team members that you don't know at this point. That's part of building a business, right? Expanding your network. So in order for it to be an easier business to run, there needs to be that perception amongst your dream client that they can't get this just anywhere. There's something special about getting your products or getting it through you with the extra customer service that you provide. Are the products consumable? So that's important, right? Is it something that they're going to be using every single month? Every single month they're going to be wanting more product. Or, and this isn't anything against Tupperware, but sometimes when I look in my cabinets, I'm like, okay, I'm totally good on Tupperware. Like, I don't think I need to ever buy another piece of Tupperware. So can they almost get to a max where they're good, right? They don't need to order maybe ever again, or maybe not until like a year from now or next season. So how consumable is your product? And how easy is it to build a loyal customer base? You want a loyal customer base, people who are, can't wait till they get their next order in from you. Another thing about the selling the products is find out, does the company send the products directly, or are you personally making deliveries? When you're personally making deliveries, that adds a lot of time and expense that might not seem like such a big time and expense when you're initially thinking about the business. And also think if it's a party plan business. Now, some people are drawn to party plan businesses. They love it. And some people, not so much. Or some people think they'll love it, but then they find out that, oh, I'm doing this to be with my family, but I'm holding parties nights and weekends and I'm away from my family. So again, some folks are going to love it. It's going to be right up their alley. And others, it's just going to end up becoming a drain at some point where they're like, I do not want to host another party. So find that out. How do they sell the products? Do you need to do parties, or are there ways to sell the products where you don't need to do parties if you are not a party plan business type of person? The compensation plan. This is really the nitty-gritty, and so many people start a business and don't quite get the compensation plan. And the compensation plan should be pretty easy for you to understand, or else I don't mean it like that actually. It's just that the way that some of the compensation plans are written they are confusing. So the more simple the compensation plan, many times the better. So I would want to know, if I were you, how do you get paid and how frequently? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? Is the company mailing you a check? Or are you profiting based on you buy the product from the company, you sell it, and then the difference is yours? How simple versus complicated is it? And one huge thing with a compensation plan is there's many compensation plans that are super stressful, right? The leaders in that company are stressed out at the end of the month when they're meeting to hit their monthly quotas. So I generally find that work-at-home moms can succeed in compensation plans that are not stressful. And there's compensation plans out there that are not stressful, trust me. So that's key. I feel like the moms that I know that work in businesses where it's those monthly quotas, it's just taking away some of their joy and their time away from their family. I'd want to know with their compensation plan, is it just as good to have customers, or is it more important to have business owners? Or is it just as good to have customers or business owners on your team? I do feel like the more balanced compensation plans are where you're rewarded whether someone wants to become a customer or be on your team. It's not one way or the highway. Either way. Generally, when someone wants to be a customer, it's your current money, and when you're adding to your team, it's your future potential money. I want to know if your pay is based on the production of your team. So production. So meaning how much they're buying, how much they're selling. So there are going to be some plans where it is based on production. And again, those tend to be a bit more of the stressful compensation plans. And there's other plans where it's based on other things. Maybe it's just purely based on how many people you have on your team, for example, and whether they're a customer or not. Another huge thing is whether you would lose people when you got promoted. So let's just say that in your business that you could be a director and then a senior sales director. Well, when you are a director and then someone in your unit, you're helping them hard to become a director themselves, when they become a director and you get promoted to senior sales director, do you actually lose that director and all of his or her people? In many plans, you do. And that's an exhausting compensation plan because you're constantly rebuilding. So find that out, or does it not matter? Are your people always your people? Okay, there's compensation plans that go both ways. And I'd want to find out what's the average time it takes for people to make it to the top of the company. And are the top of the company the folks at the top of the company, are they the same people it always was? And the people that got in pretty early? If you ever hear people say, it's the ground floor opportunity, there are some companies where that is the truth, that if you're not in the beginning, and that the mass majority of the money goes to the folks at the very, very top. But there's plenty of compensation plans where that's not the case, where it's not just for the elite few, but it's for the majority of the people can earn and get to the top of the company. So find that out, and what are the company records as far as how long it generally takes someone to get to the top of the company, that top level position. And then your mentor. This would be your direct upline, the person that is sponsoring you, your team, and the training that's provided. Now, sometimes we just sign up under, our friend, and our friend may or may not be serious about the business. 6 months from now, he or she might not be doing the business. It is an important decision. You wouldn't want to sign up under someone else necessarily if it's your friend that is telling you about the business. That's definitely not my recommendation there, but it's just an important role. Your direct upline does play an important role in your success. Now, also let me say, it's never our upline's responsibility to make us a success, right? We should be, if we have the drive and the focus and the discipline and the determination, and now with the amount of training that's available in pretty much all of these companies, the training's great. Training's out there. You probably just Google your company name or the company name that you're looking at and Google it in YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find tons of training. So it's never someone else's responsibility whether we're going to succeed or not. It's truly up to us. But it's just something important to look at. Your direct upline, the team that you be joining, and the training that's available to you. So those are the 5 key criteria. I would jot these questions down. I would have that conversation with a representative of the company that you're interested in and find out what's the initial startup investment and the ongoing costs, the types of products, like how you sell it, the compensation plan, find a bit more about the team that you be joining, and run with it, ladies. Again, I firmly believe that you can find the right company for you where it would just feel like such a natural fit and where there's no reason you weren't making big money in that company if you treated it like a business and really stuck it out. But I know, because there are so many options, that I would love to throw out to you the chance that you and I can just hop on the phone, a completely objective opinion. I find out a bit more about you and what you're looking for and your strengths and what you've tried before and the lifestyle that you're trying to create, the income you're trying to create, and I'll give you some ideas of businesses out there that I believe could be a good match for you. So it's completely complimentary, 30-minute business strategy call. Just enter your information below, and I hope to talk with you soon. Bye, ladies.